Hi guys. We are one very lucky high school. We've been selected as one of 5 schools eligible for a pilot at the high school level for a new database called iPoll, and it's by the Roper Institute, which is at UConn. It is basically a warehouse or a database of public opinion surveys, so an ABC poll, a New York Times poll, a Gallup poll, a Quinnipiac poll. Those are the kinds of public opinion surveys that they actually inventory or index. And it's awesome, and it has phenomenal applications across the curriculum. I think you're really going to like it. So I want to show it to you really fast, give you a quick tour and a few possible applications, and you'll get to see what I mean. We'll start at New Canaan High School Library Media Center, and we'll click on the database page. And as you know, you will be prompted for a username and password to get into that page. And if you're not sure what it is, just consult your NCHS planner on page 41. We're going to scroll down to Roper iPoll, and here it is. And it's in red, which tells you what the username and password is. And we are going to, first I want to start by just showing you some of the hot topics, because we just did this topic with the American Studies classes for Mr. Stevenson and Mr. Remley. But this was the exit strategy for Afghanistan was one of the questions. So you could come here and you can see you have carrots, so you can look at the different surveys that we have in each category. Then you can close the carrot and you can continue on down the list. But great resource for developing a position paper and looking at both sides of an issue. Let's go back to the homepage, and this is a little bit tricky when you're lost in this site. Just click on Roper and then click on iPoll, and you'll end up at that same launching page that we went to. Another resource under the hot topics that's really great is for the economy. We just had 4 sections of juniors doing research papers on the economy in the U.S., and one of the topics that they had to look at was the 2008-2009 financial crisis. So you can see here that you have a number of surveys there. This is just a quick inventory, just to sort of give you an overview. These topics are excellent, and you can always make recommendations for further topics. That's the whole point of us doing a pilot, so we're pretty pumped about this. So again, you know, when you want to come back to the home page, you can just go to Roper and then iPoll. But then you can start crafting some pretty cool searches. So one of the ones that I was looking at was New Deal. So we have New Deal, economics, and we're going to choose 1935 to, because that's when it starts. It's the earliest you can do is 1935 to 1944. And we'll choose oldest survey first, and there we go. And you have 2, so we're going to look at both of them. So you check the box there and look at view, and ta-da, you have your 2 surveys there. Okay, so excellent. So now we're going to go to a new search, and we are going to, here's one. If you're doing Night, which is a required book for the sophomores, so you could look at public opinion survey about what's happening to Jews in Europe. We are going to choose the dates 1935 to 1945. And we're going to choose the oldest survey first, and go ahead and do that search. We have 2 surveys, so we'll click on the view and we'll look at both of them. And it's actually asking if Americans believe that Jews are being persecuted and detained and killed in Europe. So let's go back to that search. Oops, go back to that search. And we're going to change this to Jew and War. And we're going to change the dates from 1945 to 1955 and see what a difference a decade makes. And we're going to make that newest first. And we have a lot more resources to choose from. We have 8. We can check view and look at them all. The reason they have the view like this and you can check the boxes is it actually makes it slower to load if you have to upload them all. So basically you get a quicker screen if you do it this way. So now you have a whole list of 8 different surveys that were taken between 1945 and 1955 regarding the treatment of Jews during World War II. So I think that you'll find this is a quick study in American public opinion during that time. Now let's start a new search. So we're going to look at Vietnam and attack from 1964 to 1966, and we're going to look at the newest survey first. We have 4 surveys, so we can check all of them and view. And these are looking at proposals. And now we are going to go back and we're going to change the dates on that search from 1968 to 1969 and see how it changes things. So here are your results. And there's one more search I want to show you because this is kind of cool, but if you just look into presidential approval, and we have presidential approval, we have the general approval trend for Obama, and this is for Obama, but now you can compare him to, let's say, Carter. And you can look at the approval ratings for Carter. That goes all the way back to FDR. So that's iPoll by Roper. And like I said, we are one of the 5 high schools that has been accepted for a pilot. We're really excited about it. We have it for 3 years. I'll keep putting it in Moodle blocks to remind you. But remember, iPoll.